Howdy ho, everybody. I am Donut, and I'm here with my fiance.
Thermites.
I've seen South Park, I've seen 20-something.
I'm Watching Blinds.
This is, of course, a Black Lives Matter, all cops are bastards, and trans rights supporting channel. Nazi punks can fuck off. Exclusionists can fuck off. This is Season 9, Episode 3, Wing.
Oh boy. This might be the one episode where oh boy. The danger is if I am wrong.
Oh no.
This is a big misfire.
Okay, hit me with it.
Okay, so a podcast I listened to, Distorted View, started in the early 2000s.
Try to look at the...
Sure. Like, it started as a radio show. And one of their things that they were known for was playing a very bad singer from Australia called Wing. No, New Zealand.
Yeah.
And, in the current podcast version of that radio show.
Hong Kong. Hong Kong-born New Zealand singer.
Yes.
So yeah, you're right. Never mind. I just saw Hong Kong and then I was like trying to correct you, but I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. Anyways, in the how did I say that? In the podcast version of the radio show that is currently ongoing, people will call in sometimes and just say Wing was on his episode of South Park.
Okay.
And I've never made the connection between that saying and Wing being on an episode of South Park.
People just say Wing was on an episode of South Park?
Yeah.
Like as a statement?
It started with I assume the episode where Wing is actually on South Park, where people kept on calling in, and because they have like a backlog, it was just a constant log of people saying Wing was on an episode of South Park, or did you hear that Wing was on an episode of South Park?
Okay.
And now in 2021, it is just I know this is going to piss you off.
Yeah.
This is 20 years old.
Yeah, it's the thing that pisses them off, and they just get constantly. Yeah, it's that thing.
So, I'm going to call my shot and say this is the episode where Wing is on an episode of South Park.
Maybe.
I mean, there's the possibility of it being an unrelated Wing, and then she's on an episode that just is about celebrities or something. So that's a dangerous one. Also,
I can confirm that Wing is on an episode of South Park.
But that said, I also don't know what this episode would be about. I guess it'll be...
I can't believe you've heard so many people say that and not heard anything about what the episode's about.
Also, to be fair, I don't know if they meant Wing as Wing is a character on South Park that is also Wing, or whether it is she's a voice actress on South Park, or whether it is whether it was her or whether it was someone imitating her. I have no idea.
Yeah. I will say, I don't really remember anything besides the premise. I don't even remember the premise of this episode.
Oh no!
I remember one thing about this episode.
I have something akin to hype now. Because, I'm not excited for anything in particular. It's like, oh yeah, Wing is going to be on an episode of South Park and call in now.
Oh no, you're going to add to it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, well, no prediction then, I guess. Let's just get into it.
Sure. Wing's going to be on an episode of South Park.
It's definitely got a unique style to it.
Yeah. People generally don't like Wing ironically, or unironically.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's contingents.
Legitimately, I would put it on in the background. It's a little bit like Polynesian music, a little bit. It's kind of, when it's too loud, it's too noticeable, but...
Wing style is all peaks.
Yeah. It's got that, opposite sea shanty energy.
That is a perfect way to describe it, yeah.
So, what do you think about this? What would you rate this episode first?
Oh, man. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Just because, again, I know so many more episodes, and so many other episodes that have given an 8 and a 9 out of 10, I don't think it stacks up to.
Okay.
I'm having to, like, this was a really good episode. I laughed throughout almost the whole thing, but 7 out of 10 because it wasn't as good as almost every other thing that I've rated an 8 out of 10.
Okay, fair.
That's where I'm at.
But yeah, like, I appreciate this did have a strong thorough line of, yeah, like, the predatory nature of being a manager.
Yeah.
I'm also really happy that we just had another, like, the boys all do a thing. Like,
together.
We are playing agents, or we are playing, like, I think that's also it. Like, their small business ideas do have a lot in common with their, like, we're just going to do this thing.
Yeah.
And I'd say that they're together, like, they're two slightly separate South Park genres, but, like, they're both really, really good. And I do like it when they, like, intersect.
Same. And I really appreciate it because those times are the time when we get all 4 of them together, which, like, I think are a lot of times when they're at their best. Like, I do think it is sometimes even better to have it be all 3 of them, with Cartman being a very strong villain throughout. But, you know, that is a more specific plot. I think I don't know which I prefer more, that or all 4 of them doing something together, with Cartman just having to sort of, like, Cartman just being Cartman, but not being like a villain in the episode. Like this, you know, they could have very easily made him do the villain turn at the end when they're like, oh, let's not do this anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I think that's the kind of thing where, like, Cartman can be Cartman throughout the episode, but then, you know, he just kind of has to go along with everything.
Yeah. Also, we actually got Kenny doing something.
Yeah, well, what did Kenny do?
He died.
Is that doing something?
Yeah.
That doesn't count for Kenny.
I'd say that counts.
Even in the early seasons, it's not like the thing that he did was dying. He would do stuff and then die in the episode.
Fair.
You cannot count Kenny dying as a thing that he did. It doesn't count.
I mean, season before Kenny died, I feel like we had a lot of Kenny dies. We didn't do a whole lot else.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure.
But, like, I would say that is not good Kenny. That also doesn't count as Kenny doing anything.
Okay.
Kenny was just kind of not being important, and then they killed him off, and they brought him back, and he still hasn't done shit. And now they're finally getting back, like, I'll kill him sometimes. Once in a while, we'll kill him. I actually really love the contender scene where the Wing just, like, still perfectly singing as she's being, like, hit in the face. It's so funny. Like, the singing is not interrupted in any way whatsoever. They really do such a great job of, like, making her feel like the talent agencies have broken her down as a person, to where she is just a, like, no emotion, no, like, movement. She's like a bobblehead as they're hitting her. They perfectly encapsulate it. Like, being able to do that, like, stiffness in characters in the animation helps so much. How do you even feel about, like, Kim's involvement in this episode? I feel like they could have done more. Like, you know, I like it. I like bringing him in, but I feel like, you know, it worked.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it didn't, like, elevate it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, there are, you know, entire episodes where Kim is just, you know, a part of it for, like, a minute somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's really, really good, and he does elevate the whole episode.
Yeah. He has that Looney Tunes, like, Charlie, like, wild card energy of just, like, he shows up and you have no idea what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, when he shows up in this episode, did you think that he was, like,
absolutely not.
Like, yeah.
Or, like, maybe a little bit, like, bringing him. 100%. I did not think he was, like, I didn't think they were going to have any relation.
Yeah, like, this is my wife.
It's so wild.
Which, I don't even know if that is supposed to be a, like, I don't think that's supposed to be a him literally, like, that's literally his life.
Right.
I think it is a, like, this is my wife.
Yeah,
like he's lying to them.
He did human traffic them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, he could still have, like, gotten married to her, but, like, I think even that is a lie.
Okay.
I think it was just him saying that. But, I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like he is just the kind of person who enters a scene and you are immediately like, I gotta brace myself. What is about to go? What's about to happen here? The Stallone bit was really good as well.
Oh, that Stallone accent. Whenever there's like a heavy voice joke like that, I do appreciate when a series does what South Park did, where like it is barely understandable, but it is understandable the first few times.
Yeah.
And then it starts going absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, it just slowly devolves more and more.
Yeah.
Without, like, a lot of things do it, I think, too fast. Whereas Stallone is perfect of, like, I kept listening to him being like, can I still hear it? Or does that one not make sense? I can't tell. the shootout scene was really good. with Cartman and the gun, Kyle and the gun. Like just the flailing was so amazing.
Cartman with the gun is so good.
I love that everybody with the gun, like, somebody shot Kenny, but aside from that, everybody was shooting guns in this mansion, and nobody hit anybody.
Yeah.
All the people who died did not die by gunshots except for Kenny.
And the boys dance around like 30 bullets before they're like, okay, let's get some cover.
Yeah! And it is like, it's not like a thing of like they don't want to shoot the boys. Almost all the boys have been shot at this point. Like, Kenny's definitely been shot many times.
Right.
Kyle's been shot. Cartman's been shot, right?
He has to have been.
I don't exactly remember, but I'm not sure if Kyle got shot, but Stan definitely got shot in the PETA thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Cartman got shot. I don't think Kyle's been shot yet. Dun, dun, dun. Butters got shot, right? Butters been shot.
Butters been shots.
I think. Oh, I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did.
If somebody knows,
Yeah.
leave a comment. How many boys have been shot by guns so far? Also, I do love the aesthetic of like or bullet holes everywhere. Everything is broken as they're running. There's nobody even in front of them as they're running through the hallway, and Eric is like shooting the gun, destroying everything. And the one thing that's not broken is the fish tank. Like, that is the classic action scene of you shoot the fish tank, the water comes out, the fish falls around. That's the one thing that does not get destroyed. There's bullet holes all around it. It's just like no, not that one.
I don't know if they have the budget to do that.
Fucking Wing advertisement.
It's so, like, it's so big, I think, is the thing that hits me.
It's so old South Park too, of like the just one big bright color.
Yeah.
And it's just like the man. I'm glad we've gotten. I'm not sure about glad. It was funny to me, but like we have gotten away from that era of South Park where it was just the laziest possible.
Right.
Like whereas like a 13-year-old using Windows Movie Maker would have a better font choice than this,
Right.
or a better like graphic thing come up.
Yeah.
Where like all the graphics looked so unbelievably ridiculously bad.
Yeah, we've never really talked about that, but they have smoothed that down a lot.
Oh yeah, like they still come up and they're funny.
Yeah.
Like they can do the basic funny, but like I think they've definitely improved. They've made it funnier rather than just like this is all we can do. This isn't supposed to be funny. We just don't know how else to do it.
Right.
I mean, what I think about is like the thing where it's like just plain color, like April Fools, and it's like a font, like those sort of things where it's like the graphic is just words. Like there's no I don't know how to explain it. It's just such a vibe. It's such a bad vibe. It's such a
I am a little sad that, of course, we are watching the remastered version, which is widescreen, which means that the to find wing thing, like, it's so perfectly centered for a like CRT.
Oh, is it?
Like, yeah, like on the left and right side, it's just pure pink.
Oh yeah, I can see what you mean. Like it would be
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
It would fill up like everything except for the very top.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. Oh, it's so pink. It hurts. Okay. Well, I mean, so yeah, that was Wing herself, obviously. Well, I'm not sure about obviously, but it was Wing herself.
Now, yeah. To be fair, I didn't know if that was Wing herself.
Yeah,
Like, because they could have also just, played her songs.
Yeah. Well, none of those were her songs.
True.
It was Dancing Queen, Fernando, Sing, Who Let the Well, no, she didn't sing Who Let the Dogs Out, and You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine. But yeah, well, actually, I don't think she does. Does she do
Yeah,
original songs, or does she
I
just
don't
do
think so. She was
covers?
yeah, just covers.
Okay, then maybe I guess they are all her songs. Except for Who Let the Dogs Out. That was so... I love that.
Yeah.
It's so... It's so weird in a way that, like, I could see my, like, friend group doing something like that when I was kids. Like, just having a random song, like, Who Let the Dogs Out you party to. so weird. Okay, so it actually was, like, her recordings that they just played. Like, it was not like they got her to voice act that. But like, this was, like, in conjunction with, like, she does voice act something in this episode, because she is credited as Wing herself, like, voice acting in this episode. But I mean, she did like sign off on the episode, and she did like, like give a go ahead on like the appearance they made for her and like the episode, for her and everything like that. She was also like, yeah, thanks for the increase in sales. It was an ad for me, so thank you. Again, this season of having so little ideas, they were like, should we just do a commercial for Wing? So yeah, like it really was just like one of the coworkers, one of the writers just like showed them Wing, like the website, and they were like, oh, okay, like people like this ironically, I guess. Like that's kind of sweet that she's just getting all this money because people like it ironically. And then Matt and Trey were both just listening to it in the studio a lot, and they were like, let's just do an episode that's just using Wing songs. We like these songs. Let's use them. That's really what they're just like. We like these songs. We want to do an episode that's just using these songs. Oh right, yeah. You'll never find out Love Like Mine was Token, not her. That wasn't Token sang. Okay, his singing voice is not provided by the usual dubbing actor Adrian Beard, but in fact, the original Lou Rawls recording of the song. So that does explain why it was so good. It sounded like Adrian.
Yeah.
He sounded so close. I can't think that's the original recording.
Yeah. Like it was a little different.
Oh, okay. So Rawls' voice was sped up to match like Token's voice. Okay. So that's what was going on.
Huh.
That's why it sounded so. So yeah, they just like got the same pitch shift. Okay. But yeah, that helped it sound so much like his voice actor.
Because there's also like a lot of little stuff when he was singing, like the kind of thing where it's like, I don't know how you would do this and also do like Token's voice.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. But yeah, damn.
That's using your laziness and turning it into an asset.
Yeah, seriously. I can't believe like pitch shifting actually made it still sound that good.
Yeah.
Like you would think that would take away from it considering it's like actual musical, but
right.
So yeah, this is the first time since season 5 that we have gotten the special guest voice thing.
Wow.
So the last time we had a musical guest come on was Radiohead.
Wow. I can't believe it. I mean, to be fair, like South Park in general used to be a lot more musical.
Yeah.
To the point where like if there was a guest singer on, I wouldn't think of it as a guest singer. It was more of just okay, that's the person doing this song.
Yeah. Man, there's not enough to go over. There's just again, this is an episode that just has a billion references to like a different, like so many scenes, just references to like individual scenes from movies, and there's so many references. The only one that I like recognize is Kenji Kasen from Grand Theft Auto 3 being the guy who is the lead of the Chinese mafia.
Wow.
But yeah, there's a ton of stuff. Like, even like Sylvester Stallone is most likely like this version of Sylvester Stallone is most likely a reference to Matt and Trey's old like film that they did a while back.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So in the wedding, there actually was Ben Affleck, Kathy Lee Gifford, George Lucas, and Gene Hackman. They were all there as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Man. So many. I can't believe the Chinese mafia showed up to the wedding of Sylvester Stallone's kid.
Yeah, Sylvester was like, yeah, sure, and maybe Kim just had a +6 or 8 or whatever.
That's so many people.
All right, that's it for this episode. We will see you guys for the next episode. Best friends forever.
Okay.
Till then, get the fuck out of here.